Hey ladies, I know it's been a really long time since I've made a video, but I've been like really busy. I'm gonna kind of try to talk about a lot of stuff in this video, so either I might break it up or I might just keep it like one really long video. I don't know. Okay, so if you're wondering what this is, it's my blanket, not some fabulous poncho that I'm wearing. Apparently my husband thought today when he texted me at work that the air conditioner was broke, and I come home and it's like 60 degrees in the house. It's clearly not broke. It's freezing in my house. So yeah, I have to wear my blanket to keep myself warm. So today, when I was leaving school, I have about like 45 minutes to waste before I have to go to work today. So I was doing some stuff at the school, and I'll get into that later, what I was doing there. But I was leaving school, headed to Arby's really quick before lunch. I had like, I don't know, 20 minutes before I had to be to work. So I was going to stop at Arby's really quick. I really wanted some of their fries and a milkshake. So it's like, I'm going to get that before, I go to work. And it was lunchtime anyways. It was 12:30 when I left to go to Arby's. And I had to be to work at 1, so it was like 12:40. So anyways, I get to a turning lane to turn and to go, to where the Arby's section is. And, I looked down for a few seconds to get my money out of my purse. And I didn't realize that the turning lane light had turned green. And the guy behind me honked at me, and I was like, oops, my bad. It was only like 2 car lengths in front of me, so it wasn't like it was that far. So, I sped up pretty quickly. But even by the time I had got there to the light, it was yellow for the person who went through it. It was yellow for me, and after getting a ticket the other day, going through a red light, there's no way I'm going to go and chance that again and go through it and get a ticket again. So I was like, I'll stop. So he gets like right up on my bumper. I couldn't even see his license plate. Like, he was like freaking close to me. And he started like honking on the horn. And I'm like, dude, cars are coming, just because it's green, I don't have an arrow. Cars on the other side of the road, they have the right of way, I have to wait till there's an opening for me to go through. And every time he saw just a little opening, not even enough time for me to speed up, get through before the other car would come and smash right into me. So I'm like, sorry, I'm being extra careful now that I'm pregnant. I'm not going to take that chance and cause myself to have an accident. So I was like, I'm just going to sit here. And he kept honking at me. And I'm like, you're a freaking moron. Like, seriously, I'm not going to go. And I can only imagine what everybody else was thinking around us, because I know people could hear it. He was like honking, like loudly, like, bah, bah, bah. I'm like, you are such an idiot. Like, please, go away. So I saw a little opening, and I was like, I'm going, because he's getting on my nerves. And I like hit that pedal as hard as I could. I probably almost could have flipped my car because I could feel it, like getting a little bit tight around the corner. This retard goes the same time I go. He almost got hit by the car that was coming. So you go to the turning lane, you go straight, and then you turn right. Well, I like flew to the turning lane, hurry up and turned, like I just like sped so fast to Arby's. And this retard follows me to Arby's, blocks my car so I couldn't go forward, and I look at him and I flip him off. Now, I'm not a person that normally does that, but he pissed me off. I was like, seriously? You're psycho. Like, get your weird old tail away from me. Like, I'm sorry I pissed you off, but you're getting a little bit on the crazy side now. So I flip him off. He flips me off and starts yelling some stuff. And I was like, really? Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So he pulls his truck over to the side behind the little machine, the speaker thing, and opens up his door like he was going to like come at me. And I was like, oh my God, are you freaking serious? I'm like, it all over that. Like, seriously, something must have really ticked him off that day. That, or he just got really bad road rage. And that was just like the last straw. That was like the last thing to just really just push him to the edge. And I'm like, I didn't even think in that moment to take my phone out, record him, call the cops, take a picture, anything. And not that I could see his license plate, because he had parked, at an angle to where I couldn't see him both times. But I do know what his truck looked like, and I know what he looks like. So if I ever saw him again, I'm certainly going to write his number down and call the cops and be like, okay, this is somebody you need to watch out for. But, you know, I rolled my window down and I was like, and the person was already talking to me at Arby's. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to cause an accident. And he clearly heard me. And the person that was at intercom was like, hello? I was like, yes, can I get some help, please? And I guess when he heard that, he thought I was going to, you know, like say, get the cops here or something. So he left. I'm like, people are psycho. Like, I cannot wait to leave this town because they are seriously stupid like that. Like, really? I'm sorry, but I'm trying to be a responsible driver. And I know this is really bad to say, but I almost wish that he got hit. Not to where it would have, you know, killed him, but enough to knock some sense into his stupid brain. Like, and the guy was probably, like, in his 50s, 60s. Like, really, you old fart? Like, go away from me. And so after work, I went to work and they were like, you need to call the cops. And I'm like, well, what am I going to say? I don't have a license plate number. I don't even know what truck it was. I just know it was gray with black stripe down the side. And, I mean, I could give a description of the guy from my rearview mirror, but it was just really stupid. And it really, really annoyed the crap out of me. I called my husband. I was, like, really upset. And, you know, I kept looking in my rearview mirror to make sure he wasn't following me to work. Otherwise, I would have called work and be like, I'm going to be late because I've got somebody following me. So, I was like, whatever. You know what? It just really aggravated me. So, after work, I went back to Arby's, because it's not that far out of the way. And I looked to see if they had cameras outside, and unfortunately, they don't. Otherwise, I would have called, you know, the police department and said, hey, can you check out Arby's cameras? Most times, even if they do have a camera, they don't actually record anything. They just watch the screen. So that would have been stupid to probably even check into that. But I just was hoping, like, by some chance, I could have gotten that guy, what he did to me, you know, on camera. And so, yeah, I was, like, checking my mirror on the way home because I'm freaking out thinking maybe somehow he did see where I worked and was waiting till I got off. Scared my car was going to be like smashed or something, you know? Like, you never know. People are like really crazy. So, yeah, really dumb. So, okay, this is definitely going to have to be cut because I'm already at 8 minutes. So, another little tidbit information. With my school, I'm taking 6 classes, and one of my classes is a physical education class, and it's required for my degree. So this is another example of how stupid men can be. Yeah, and that crazy guy was a guy. Yeah, obviously, if I said it was a guy. So I go to class yesterday. It was my first day of class there. And half of it's online, so you do your schoolwork online, and then you come in for the physical part. Well, I called the school when I found out I was pregnant, which was after I had already registered for the class. And I was like, you know, is this going to be a problem? Should I drop the class and do something else? And they were like, no, you know, you should be able to walk and you'll be fine. I'm like, well, I can walk, you know, it's whatever. I walk with my dog. So I get to class, and he was like, you all will be required to do everything. He's like, we're doing volleyball, basketball, tennis, kickball, P90X, yoga booty ballet, I don't know what that is, and some other crap. Like, he named a whole list. We're going to be outside, running. I'm like, no, this is not even gonna, I can't even do half that crap. If you don't do it before you get pregnant, it's not safe to start it when you're, especially in your first trimester, you know? It's like, duh. So right before the class ended, he was like, if anybody is pregnant or plans to become pregnant, you know, stay after class. So one of the girls, she was already 6 months pregnant. He's like, yeah, you can't take this course at all, so you need to go try to switch to a different class. I'm like, well, I could probably do the same thing. He was like, he looked at me and I was like, I'm 6.5 weeks. And he was like, well, you should be fine. He's like, we could do a modified version. He's like, but I think you'll be alright doing most of the stuff. He's like, obviously you can't, you know, do to the full extent of P90X. He said, but I think you'll still be alright doing it and, you know, most of the other stuff. And I'm like, are you stupid? Like, okay, I'm not playing volleyball, basketball, tennis, or any kind of ball game. Anything that can, like, contains using a ball to play with. I'm not taking that chance of it hitting my stomach, And he was like, you'll be fine, right now anyways. He's like, it's right now it's just a ball of cells, so even if I pluck your stomach, it won't hurt you. And I was like, okay, for one, that was really weird for him to say that. And two, it's not a ball of cells right now. It's a baby in there. I mean, it looks like a tadpole right now. It's not a ball of cells. When it's a ball of cells is when it's around 2 weeks to 4 weeks old. Once it gets to 5 weeks, it starts to, grow its spine, and it starts to grow, all the body, I can't think of what they're called, parts, like inside, and it's like, it's past that. It's just a ball, and it's not just that, like in your first trimester, that is like the one point where you are like need to be the most cautious and, like safest. I don't think any of that stuff is safe. So he's like, call your doctor and, get a list of restrictions. If I call my doctor and say, can I do any of this stuff? He's going to look at me or he's going to be like, are you freaking serious? Like, you just went through all of that and you're willing to risk that for a class. And I was like, I'm not going to risk it. That's really stupid, That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So I dropped the class. Unfortunately, classes have already started, so I couldn't switch. So I'm only taking 5 classes now. But yeah, so I'm going to end this video. I'm going to make another one. And yeah, hopefully that one won't be as long as this one. So you can watch my next video, or you can just peace out.